do you feel like there's like an art community at UWT, or like would you like to see more kind of creative based classes at UW Tacoma?
I mean, there is an art community here, but it just needs more support so it can blossom, honestly. There needs to be more focus on the arts, definitely, because I've seen like all kinds of other majors getting funds to have better facilities, but the arts are being ignored. So.
I don't know if there's a community as such like yet. There's like kind of cliques that form around certain professors and classes and stuff. And then once they graduate, like that's gone and it kind of starts anew. I've taken a lot of writing courses as part of like my program, but I was surprised that there weren't, like you said, like there aren't photography classes, and there really aren't, there's like weird kind of art classes, right? And there's no theater or acting or directing stuff. And so I guess that's one thing that I've noticed that's growing. It's like Marilyn Bennett and doing all the productions with UWT and Toy Boat Theater and the Broadway Center and everything. And that just like needs to grow, because so far that is the only like theater related class that there is.
TVs. My grandfather told me I had the best of both worlds. I saw pain conjured by blissful words. I saw a hand held while the feet kicked up to the curb. I hurled the strength of many ancestors whose humanity was torn, not meant to survive into today. Great-great-grandma, we made it. I know they hating and they faking, but we celebrating that your legacy is still living. We steady surviving, the beauty of it is you made it long enough to see. I am a 20-year-old biracial girl. Biracial 20-year-old girl is me.
Why do you do spoken word? What about spoken word interests you?
Growing up, I was always around a lot of big personalities, a lot of outspoken women who use poetry to express their inner thoughts, and their version was more poetry, more written, and less expressive through their own views. And as I got older, it became harder to really have conversations with people, and through poetry and then through spoken word itself, it allowed me to put my own expressions on things and to be able to express why I matter, why I'm valued, and why the issues that are occurring around me and to me matter and are valued.
I was never really creative. I don't find myself in like creation of things, but I did a lot of journaling due to the fact of my living situations and different things that I went through as a kid, and knowing different things that probably a 10-year-old shouldn't know about her parents. And so I found a lot of relief in journaling, and didn't know that I could turn that into expression, which spoken word has totally helps me with, and I feel like I can express in a way that people will understand, because when I was journaling, it was just words on a page. It was never things that were meant to be spoken, and so yeah.
This is the learning community, and the learning community shows up for each other. We don't opt in and out whenever we feel like it, particularly not on class day. Share that with your colleagues that aren't here anymore, okay?
Spoken word class was a great opportunity for me to express myself and be more comfortable in that setting, a creative setting. So any class that is just like open to us exploring those creative sides of ourselves, whether it's photography or painting or any type of art form, especially.
It is growing. The growth is slow, but we are expanding. We're going to expand into another building as well. And that's all due to the great faculty that we have, because we all work real hard and we're a real cohesive group. But it's also the students' interest really that keeps us growing.
Definitely need a space for us artists to congregate. I think there's a lot of people who do interesting stuff here on campus, but you don't normally know that because everyone's flying on the low here. I think that the opportunity that we're going to have on the 9th with UWT's Photography Club, being able to facilitate and help us congregate is a good start.
I feel like there's willingness with the students, but they have no outlet to actually put their sources together to be able to do things with one another. I would like to see more of that. I know we have like our dog pen and our online websites, but nobody seems to be really active in them or have the time to actually put any effort to make something happen. And I feel like it's not really pushed here. We're not pushed to be creative, so nobody really dabbles into it like I feel like they should. I mean, everybody's got their own creative process, whether it's writing, spoken word, actual visual art. I feel like everybody's got something about them that they could bring together as a whole, but there's been no outlet thus far that's allowed them to showcase themselves.
Well, I guess now I'm curious, why do you think that like art isn't like a priority or like a majority or kind of like one of the more dominant fields in like universities?
Yeah. Purely because of money. People think that it's not a lucrative career, and if it's not lucrative, then why does it matter?
I found a good community amongst a lot of the other artists here, the dancers and the other poets and the other artists. And I mean, it'd be nice if the community was a little larger, more supported by the school, and it looks like we're making our way towards that.
There's a lot of interest. A lot of interest to have more classes, different kinds of classes, sometimes specific to a certain kind of media and things like that, but there's also a desire to have more interaction with the lower campus, so to have exhibition spaces for the students, bring in artists, guest speakers, guest exhibitions, all that kind of thing. There's a lot of interest in that. I think the university will be expanding toward that as time goes on.
How ironic it is that we keep training people for jobs that will eventually be taken by robots, and then the jobs will be like making those robots. And the only jobs that'll be left are going to be the humanities. It's going to be literature and music and theater and photography and film, and like those are going to be the only ones left once everything is automated, and yet we don't value them and nobody's being prepared for them or rewarded for them at all. And I don't know, it's kind of the American thing of, oh, we're looking to the future, but we're not.
I love it.